Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to take a quick look at a very beautiful attacking game played by American chess grandmaster Fabiano Caruana. His opponent is Chinese chess grandmaster Wang Hao, and the game was played in round 10 at FIDE Online Nations Cup. In this game Caruana had white pieces and he opened up with e4, to which Wang Hao responded with e5. Knight f3, knight f6. Petrov's defense is on the board, which has a reputation of a very solid opening. Knight takes e5. By the way, as you know, Caruana himself is a Petrov player, and of course he has a huge theoretical knowledge in this opening. Knight f3, knight takes e4, and knight c3. Against Petrov, white is choosing the Nimzowitsch attack, which is probably the sharpest line one can choose against this opening. Knight takes c3, d takes c3. White's idea is simple. White will now prepare castling queenside, and these doubled pawns can give white's queenside a better solidity. Bishop e7, bishop e3, black castled kingside, queen d2, knight d7, and there it goes. White is castling queenside. Meanwhile, black is bringing his queenside knight on f6 square, from where it can play a huge defensive role. Bishop d3, c5. Rook e1, of course all this is a theory and the players are following the main line. Bishop e6, bishop f4. Already on move 12, white is making a very rare move. In here king b1 is the most popular move, and as you remember, this is a move which Magnus Carlsen was making against Caruana at 2018 World Chess Championship match. But in our game after bishop e6 we have bishop f4. Of course the pawn on a2 is untouchable. Yes, that's a very risky job. The bishop can get trapped. Of course black can create some counterplay, but of course this line favors white. In our game after bishop f4 we see d5, knight g5, hitting on e6, knight bishop g4. A strange move. This seems to be a loss of tempo. Instead it was better to counterattack white bishop. If bishop f1, then bishop f5. Yes, kicking away the bishop from this diagonal and putting it on f5 is better. But in our game we have bishop g4, and the problem with this move is that white is gaining a precious tempo on pushing forward his f-pawn, and then later can go for a kingside pawn storm. Bishop d7, c4. Well, at this point Caruana is missing a very beautiful tactic. It turns out that already at this point he could go for bishop takes h7 sacrifice. If knight takes h7, then knight takes h7. If king takes h7, then queen takes d5. And you can't even move away your bishop, because after queen h5 check you can lose your queen. But Caruana missed this move, and after bishop d7 he played c4, d4, h4. White's idea is simple. He is launching a pawn storm. Rook e8, g4, bishop c6, queen h2, and queen a5. In return, black is looking for a counterplay on the queen side. a3, the pawn on a2 was under attack. Bishop f8. A very passive approach by Wang Hao. b5 looks an interesting alternative, but in our game after a3 we see bishop f8, bishop d2, queen b6. An awkward square for the queen. Moving back the queen on d8 is better, from where it can play a nice defensive role. If queen f4, then black can go for the exchange of rooks and then play g6. But in our game after bishop d2 we see queen b6 and queen f4, and already white has a very dangerous threat. Bishop takes h7 can be a threat, or even knight takes f7. Black played bishop d7 and stepped into bishop takes h7 check. King h8, well, if you accept the bishop sacrifice, then queen takes f7 can follow, and then queen h5. If queen h6, then knight f7 check, the game is over. In our game after bishop takes h7 check we see king h8, and here comes bishop f5. Well, knight takes f7 is not really good. Once you are losing your bishop, it's not quite clear how you can proceed with the attack. That's why after king h8 we see bishop f5. Only now white is threatening knight takes f7. Or you can even first go for bishop takes d7 and captured on f7 with the queen. Here Wang Hao went for the exchange of light squared bishops, and after queen takes f5 protected the pawn on f7, but here comes the h-pawn h5, queen c6, and another heavy blow by Caruana. Can you find his next move? Ready? Well, this time he went for a knight sacrifice. Knight takes f7. After king takes f7, white is managing to pin black knight and win back the sacrificed piece. Queen d7, and after queen g6 check, black resigned. The thing is that now if you move back your king on g8, which is forced, then after g takes f6, white is not only managing to win back the sacrificed piece, but also is putting black in a very awkward position. Black king looks defenseless, also white has too many extra pawns. If king h8 I'm pinning the bishop, then this time white can capture on c5, and this is a total destruction. Black has no way of saving the game. That's why after this queen g6 check, resignation followed. Looks like that the bishop f4 line, a move which was made on move 12, totally took Wang Hao by surprise, and without managing to put a tough resistance, his position went down quickly. In the end, a chess puzzle for you where the task is to find the winning move for white. The task is very easy and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.